Anybody comes after my announcement, then I'll just say, yeah, it sounds good. Fine. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, good evening, everybody. So, welcome again, or welcome to this evening celebration of our graduates. So, we have in recent years, an unprecedented amount of students who are graduating together, which is good. Good reason to celebrate. But that means we're going to stay a little bit tight on time, and I have either the pleasant or unpleasant task of being that taskmaster. So we'll get started here. To get things started, I'd like to invite Dean Samuel Easterling, Dean of our College of Engineering, to come and kick things off. Thank you.
So thank you, Sriram. Good afternoon. It's pretty good, but you know. So I want to welcome you all to our graduate commencement ceremony. It's wonderful to see so many of you here, both in person and live streaming literally around the world. So it's nice to be able to do that for those families that couldn't be here. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Really big day. Many of you, most of you haven't been here before, but this is a full room, as Sriram indicated, many more participants, and so we're really thrilled with that. I also want to take just a minute at the beginning to thank the members of the College of Engineering team that really have made this event possible. You met most of them out when you were registering, but Megan Dessart, Amy Carver, Jennifer Frisvold, Joel Johnson, and Spencer Brawley's back there on the video for us. So give these folks a round of applause. So this is always one of the times of the year, the parts of my job that I thoroughly enjoy. The excitement. Here in a couple hours, I'll be sitting on stage as you come across the stage, and the smiles, the excitement, the nervousness sometimes is just really fun to watch. Um, we're thrilled to be celebrating the graduation of such a large group of students. We're celebrating 69 PhD recipients and 173 master's recipients. So really, really nice numbers. So yeah. So these degrees, either the master or doctorate degree that you're receiving tonight, really represent the highest academic degrees our college and our university confer. And I use the word confer, not award, because you've earned them. These aren't being awarded, right? You've earned them. Um, it's truly just a great evening, very well deserved. I personally still remember this day. My PhD is from Iowa State. uh, long ago and far away. Most of you weren't born. A few of you were. But 1987, so 38 years ago in Hilton Coliseum. It was in December. It wasn't in May, but about 38 years ago. It was such a proud day for me and for my family, and just as I know it will be for you and your families today. I've benefited enormously from my time and the mentorship and the classes that I took, the research that I engaged with at Iowa State. It really propelled me in my own career, and I know it will do the same for you. We really hope that as a graduate, you feel a deep sense of pride tonight when you walk away and down the road for many years, what you've accomplished and the excitement for the opportunities ahead for you as a cyclone engineer. So we all, speaking for myself, for Sriram, other members of the team, the faculty, really look forward to seeing what you do and you accomplish. So we hope you'll stay in touch. You know, you'll find that not only your classmates, but the faculty with whom you've worked will be really just friends and connections for life. And that's one of the real beauties of graduate education. So on behalf of all the engineering faculty and staff, again, I want to congratulate you. Uh, Best wishes for continued success, and go Cyclones.
Thank you, Dean Easterling. I just want to give you a little bit of, so my name again is Sriram Sundarajan. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering, and I serve as the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs here in the college. So I just give you a little bit of idea of how the rest of the evening will go. So anyone remember what time you're supposed to go assemble in this building for the commencement? Anyone? 5:30? 6. If it's 5:30, that makes my job more difficult. I got to compress this even more. I think it's 6. So we're hoping to get everything done well before 6, so you have a little bit of time to mingle with your family and friends before you have to go. Before I forget, the PhD students will go. I shouldn't say students anymore. You've completed your degree. So PhD recipients will go one floor down, and the master's recipients will stay on this level, but that's at 6, right, for the commencement. So what we'd like to do is, we have, since we're a college, we're an academic institution, we have given our awardees or the recipients of our degrees one last homework to do. Hopefully they read the email they all got, but let me summarize it here again. So we have asked them to share a few things with you. One is what they did here at Iowa State for the recipients of the awards who worked on research. In layman's terms, what did your research do? What's the impact of your research? Share it with the audience. And also share your favorite memory at Iowa State, right? We also gave you a third thing to do. You're welcome to share what you might be doing after this degree at this point. And for those of you who did coursework only degrees, you can talk about your course experiences here instead of the research, right? You can thank the people who are here to support you, but we're all in engineering, so we don't give you problems without constraints. Your constraint is you have 50 seconds to do this. So I'm going to call the graduates of each program one by one here. I will call a faculty member from the grad program to hand you a small token of appreciation from the college in recognition of your accomplishment. I will announce your name, your degree, and your major, professor, and you get to address those other things in 50 seconds. I have a timer, and I'll be keeping track. So if you feel someone creeping up on you on the side, or what, that's me, basically encouraging you to move on, because I don't want you to be the cause of delay for commencement. Sound good? Okay, wonderful. So we will get started with graduates of aerospace engineering. If you could please start lining up here. And I would like to Professor Wenji Xia here. Okay. Professor Wenji Xia will hand out the gifts once I announce your names. Are you first? So you're setting a good exam. No, it's in some order here, so I'll call. All right. So we will start with Amir Abdel Maula. getting a PhD in engineering mechanics under the advisement of Dr. Ashraf Bastauros.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the College of Engineering. I'm Amir Abdelmaula. I have finished my PhD in aerospace engineering under the supervision of Dr. Ashraf Bastauros. My research focus on like interdisciplinary topics of mechanics of materials, including the mechanical behavior understanding of amorphous metallic nanocomposites and the fatigue degradation of pipeline materials. I would like to thank my professor for his like enormous support during my PhD time. I would also to like my wife, Sumaya Barhoum, at the end. She is like did a really great job with me. So I'm open for still looking for jobs in academia or industry. So I hope I will be able to find something in the near future. Thank you so much.
Okay, so remember what you did, your favorite memory, and that was pretty good. That was like 52 seconds, so you're good. Okay. All right, so got a good standard to follow. Next, we have Anvesh Dulipala with a PhD in aerospace engineering under the advisement of Dr. Hui Hu.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anvesh. I'm a PhD student. I finished my PhD. Uh, so my research was on how different weather conditions is affecting the performance of a drone, like fixed wings and multi-rotors. So I was steady place, guys. That's all.
Len Fang, graduating with a PhD in aerospace engineering with Dr. Ping He.
Thank you, and good afternoon. So my name is Liam Fang, and I almost want to say I'm a fourth-year PhD student. Then I realized, well, I just graduated. My research is about optimization. So basically, my work has been developing novel algorithms that help improve the aerodynamic performance for novel aerospace aircraft, spacecraft and aircraft. So my favorite late memory. So actually, I had a exam at noon today. Yeah, just to it's optional because I'm auditing anyway, but I had to try to have a good closure to my time here. And more applicable, relatable memory is that the ice cream at the Friday window. Yeah, they're really good. And my plan, hopefully I'm not running short on time. My plan is that I will stay at my department for 1 year as a postdoc. Yeah, that's.
Thank you. So that's what that might feel like if I kind of. All right. So next we have Brian Kempa with a PhD under the advisement of Dr. Christian von Dorzier.
Hello, I'm Brian. I hope it's not news to anyone that we accept software that is significantly worse than we accept bridges or cars. The rate of bugs and failures is a little bit insulting to me at times. And so I took my research in aerospace engineering to try to find ways to make spacecraft and other life safety and mission critical systems as robust in their software side as they are in their physical and mechanical side. And I'm taking that experience onto NASA Ames, where I work in the Intelligent robotics group. And of course, my favorite memory at Iowa State is actually meeting my wife as an undergraduate, who is now here, thankful that I no longer have to spend nights and weekends working on research.
Next, we have Kamrun Nahar Kea with a PhD in engineering mechanics with Dr. Wenji Shah.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and I'm Kamruna Harkia. My PhD in major engineering mechanics, and I'm working with Wenji Shah. And my PhD journey is a little bit interesting and also funny for me because I started my PhD from North Dakota State University, then I moved here. So my research basically focused on predicting the properties of polymer using different computational tools. My plan, I'm going back to North Dakota State University. I will start at my first job there. And also, I'm looking for a full-time position. Most interesting part is that here I was a part of, like I attend several organization, grad sui. There are a few grad sui members here. And I was GPS senator, so I will miss those things here in ISU. Yeah, thank you.
Henry Moldenhauer with a PhD in engineering mechanics with Dr. Steve Holland.
Hi, my name is Henry Moldenhauer. I am getting my PhD with Dr. Steve Holland, and my research was related to non-destructive evaluation, which is a series of techniques for detecting flaws in materials or specimens without damaging them, particularly in modeling cracks and uncertainty propagation. And my favorite memory of ISU is all the good opportunities I got to have as a TA working with students and seeing how they learn. So.
Next, we have Mohammed Siddiq with a PhD in aerospace engineering under the advisement of Dr. Partha Sarkar and Omar Smadi.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Ahmed Siddiq. I'm a PhD student in aerospace engineering. My major professors are Dr. Partha Sarkar and Dr. Omar Smadi. I have worked on vehicle crosswind effects in the area of experimental aerodynamics using wind tunnels. I'm proud to say that what I feel the best memory in my experience is the empowerment Iowa State gives us in so many ways. Some of those ways for me has been to represent Iowa nationally in skydiving competition and being able to work in the design of the world's largest tornado simulator and also working on one of the coolest boundary layer wind tunnels for my own research on vehicle aerodynamics. We are in Midwest, there's a lot of storms around, so whenever we are driving around, be careful with the crosswinds. I know all about them. If you ever need to know, reach out. I know a lot of that. And thank you very much. My future plans are to work in aerodynamics area in industry or academia. Thank you.
Harsha Sista with a PhD in aerospace engineering with advisement of Dr. Hui Hu.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harsha, and I'm getting my PhD in aerospace engineering, but my research focus is on experimental aerodynamics. So I essentially work with wind energy and figuring out how to make wind turbines function better. So I use, oops, this fell off. I use the icing tunnel available at Iowa State and other wind tunnels to try and see how to best prevent ice from forming on wind turbines and slowing down their production in the winter. So I'd say my best memory at Iowa State is, well, it's hard to pick one, but I'm just going to rattle out a few. So the unique kinds of research that we can do here, the number of people I've met here that have become very good friends, and then just the entire culture around Iowa State and the sense of community. So finally, I just like to thank my friends and especially my family for coming out here and always supporting me, and that's led me to stand this far. So thank you, everyone.
Nayan Tiwari, the PhD in Engineering Mechanics with Dr. Partha Sarkar and Dr. Alice Alipur.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nayandeep. So I have completed my PhD in engineering mechanics under Dr. Partha Sarkar. My research was basically on preventing structures such as low-rise buildings, tall buildings, and traffic signal structures from windstorms, specifically tornadoes. So I was working in a wind tunnel lab and ISU tornado simulator facilities in our aerospace engineering department. 2 days later, I will be joining as forensic structural engineer in forensic structural engineer 3 at Walker Consultants in Tampa. And thank you to my wife, my parents, my supervisor. Thank you.
Okay. Ashley Berendt with a master's in aerospace engineering under the advisement of Dr. Steve Holland.
Hi, my name's Ashley Barrett. I just completed my master's in aerospace engineering under Dr. Stephen Holland. I had a really fun opportunity for my master's thesis. I was able to develop a flight simulator for balloon-assisted drones. If you've seen those flown in the aerospace department, we now have a fun flight simulator to go along with the classes to not only teach students how to optimize their design, but also get some of those piloting skills in. Because let me tell you, they're horrible to fly. I learned that firsthand. So after I've completed my master's now, I plan to continue in the PhD program under Dr. Stephen Holland again, while working at the Aerospace Corporation in Colorado Springs. My favorite thing about Iowa State, memory-wise, I would definitely have to say within my time as a master's student, it's getting to know all of the other graduate students. There's very enticing conversations that happen, and it really provides for like a fun environment and kind of like another family. Thank you.
Derek Brock with a Master of Engineering in Aerospace Engineering with Dr. Uhi Hu.
So I had the pleasure of going more of the coursework route, and with that, I took a lot of being interested in more propulsion side of things, aerodynamics, kind of interplay with the materials that are involved with that, as well as the structures that incorporate with that. I took a lot of CFD, so a lot of computational fluid dynamics classes, be it CFD 1 or 2, so you're kind of developing the schemes, kind of how working with different grids, meshes, all those fun things, as well as having an interest in structures. I was able to I had the pleasure of taking a really interesting class in fraction fatigue under Professor Bostros. So that was a really good time with that. Like I said, my plans are kind of looking, I'd like to go into industry more in line with defense or kind of high performance, be it, it's kind of niche getting, especially being a little older, getting maybe motorsport or something like America's Cup of Sailing, but something like that would be great. Otherwise, more on the defense side of things when it comes to propulsion structures, when it comes to aircraft. And then, it's creeping. And then best memories, kind of call it really good trauma bonding, meeting some really, really quality people, meeting some really different people from a small town in Wisconsin, and being able to experience, most recently, Turkish food, see a Turkish restaurant in Urbandale.
And Alexander Vere with a Master's in Aerospace Engineering with Dr. Steve Holland.
Thank you for having me here, everyone. My major professor is Dr. Steve Holland, and the focus of my work was integration of non-destructive evaluation data. So we're like pinpointing locations of like ultrasonic scans. My thesis work was a Kalman filter for tracking the position of an eddy current probe. And my favorite memory was my master's thesis defense. I love getting grilled on my work. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully all of you are taking notes. There'll be a quiz at the end of what, so next we have if I could ask the graduates of Ag and Biosystems Engineering to line up here. I'd like to invite Dr. Amy Kalita. Is she here? Oh, okay. Okay. We will get started with Ranuka Galolukan Kanamalage with a PhD in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Brian Stewart.
My research work on creating a dynamic rubber track model. First, I did some testing on that, and then I built the model, and then did some performance analysis of that system. And then now it's a great tool for new incoming graduate students to do some experimental work and use that for the future research. My fond memory was in the Iowa State because in the last 4 years I was a TA. I was able to meet and work with hundreds of students. Those are very dynamic memories. Okay. I'm currently looking for a job, but still not. And I'm a summer graduate, therefore I have to still write my thesis and depend. Thank you.
Gabriel Johnson with a PhD in Ag and Biosystems and Sustainable Agriculture with Dr. Michelle Supir and Tom Eisenhart.
Hi, everyone. My research focused on agricultural water quality, and I specifically focused on the design and performance of some novel conservation practices to improve the removal of nitrogen from our tile drainage systems here in Iowa. My future plans include working as a postdoc this summer and continuing my research, but long-term goals are to find a faculty position because I really enjoyed doing both teaching and research when I've had a lot of opportunities to teach here. And that's I'm going to share two favorite memories. And so teaching is probably one of my favorite ones as a student. I've had so many great students teaching in project management and engineering design in the ABE department, and it's really cool to see two of the students I had in that class have finished their master's degrees already as part of the concurrent program. And then I also met my wife here, as someone else mentioned, and we got engaged and married while I was in school. So thank you.
Kelly Nayara Nascimento Thompson with a PhD in Ag and Biosystems Engineering under the advisement of Dr. Brian Gelder, Amy Kalita, and Richard Cruz.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. So my research focused on a computer model that simulates erosion across the landscape. So we want to calculate where erosion is happening and how we can prevent that. So I tested the efficiency of a conservation practice called prairie strips. My favorite memory at Iowa State was coming here as an international student in 2014 when I didn't know any English, and I learned here through the intensive English orientation program at Iowa State. My future plans include working for Linn County government. I'll be a geographic information specialist starting end of June. So thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to be here and be a cyclone.
Next, we have Oluwatui Oluwayeye with PhD in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Amy Kalita.
Thank you very much. So my research is on the novel system called perennial ground cover system. That's the PGC system. my work majorly is also simulating the system to understand the water dynamics around runoff reduction, erosion reduction, which is a major challenge in the Midwest US. Then my favorable moments at Iowa State, I'll think of church. That was a big one for me. Thanks to Papa and Mario for making that possible, that environment possible. The second one is the opportunity to serve in different capacity on campus. I think I was so involved that it was really great. I enjoyed that. Another one is FAR Fellowship. I think FAR Fellowship is probably one of the most rewarding experiences that I was part of at Iowa State. Next thing, the future is still unfolding. Most likely take up a postdoctoral position. Thank you.
Grace Bustrom-Kuker with a Master's in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Bailey Adams.
Hello, everyone. Like they said, my name is Grace Bustrom-Kuker, and my research was on self-propelled sprayers, so the very large pieces of equipment you see spraying our fields. And so I was looking at the friction variability in our suspension in the chassis, and so looking at how that impacted our sprayer performance, such as the operator comfort, overall machine stability, and then our boom stability. So really great opportunity, and I'm gonna be able to go to John Deere in June and work on tractors, so not sprayers, but I'll be a test engineer in Waterloo. And my favorite memory would be being a part of all of the clubs and going on a lot of trips, and then being able to sit with all of my colleagues and fellow students in Sukup Hall, and then also at the new Digital Ag building. And it was just a great opportunity. I love Iowa State, so thank you.
Edwin Bonfont with a Master's in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Kurt Rosentrader.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edwin Bonifant. I was under the mentorship of Dr. Kurt Rosentrader, and my research was working with animal slaughter and understanding the different techniques and methods that are being applied today, and how does that translate to a techno-economic analysis of every single machine that we partook on the study. And the second part was working with understanding fuel economics in the fermentation processing system, adding different crops to corn fermentation and understanding if it can become a better system overall by increasing ethanol yield efficiency. And my favorite memory is working late overnight, finishing my reports, hitting some 80s music along the way. So thank you.
Alexis Lambros with the Master's in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Kirk Meyer.
Hello, I'm Alexis Lambros. My research focused on the heat treatment of animal feed during manufacturing for improved process control and optimization. My future plans will be a process engineer for host consumer brands doing research and development. And then my favorite memory at Iowa State was playing in the national championships for the Iowa State Water Polo Club.
Right, that's the record yet. That was 28 seconds. And Kayle Zachmeister with a Master's in Environmental Science with Dr. Michelle Soupier.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayle Zachmeister. My research involved looking at farm prairie potholes and how corn yield is affected by these areas. And then my favorite memory here was just meeting new people and then getting the chance to go to some football and basketball games with friends and family. Thank you.
I spoke too soon. That was 23 seconds. Okay, good. Right. Then we have Jan Kathleen Ponzalan with a Master's in Ag and Biosystems Engineering with Dr. Kurt Rosentrader.
Hi, good afternoon.
Coming from the Philippines, which is the top coconut oil producing country in the world, my research focused on the use of waste byproduct of coconut oil production, which is copra meal, and processing it into an alternative feed ingredient for aquaculture, livestock, and poultry operations. After finishing my master's degree, I would be going back to the Philippines to work as a development management officer in our Department of Agriculture. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank my major professor, Dr. Kurt Rosentrader, my family, my uncle and my auntie who's here, and also my mom and my sister who's tuning in at the live stream. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, could we have the graduates of chemical and biological engineering lining up here, please? And I'd like to invite Dr. Luke Rollins to the stage. And right behind this, I'm going to ask the graduates of civil construction and environmental engineering to start lining up. You can do that right now, yeah. So again, the graduates of civil construction and environmental engineering, please start lining up on this side. Okay, so back to, okay. So we have Michael Lee, graduating with PhD in chemical engineering under the advisement of Dr. Chris Cornelius.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Lee. As part of my PhD work, I worked with a very high-performing, very unique plastic material. I worked with the modeling of the long-term behavior, looking at different manufacturing aspects of it, how that translates. So when I was working here, I was very fortunate to mentor several undergraduate students. I think as part of that mentorship, seeing them grow and then me alongside of them was a very rewarding experience. And so all this knowledge and all these skills that I've acquired, I plan to translate that into a startup here. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so next we have the graduates of civil construction and environmental engineering here, and I'd like to invite Dr. Beru Shafee to the stage. Okay. So we'll start with Ingrid Cintura Rojas with a PhD in civil engineering with Dr. Antonio Arenas.
Thank you. So I'm Ingrid, working with Dr. Arenas. During my time here at Iowa State University, I was working on a 3.2 million project with the Environmental Protection Agency, basically focusing on water scarcity. So we were proposing water reuse as an alternative. We were identifying the most vulnerable areas in the entire USA. So we were working with more than 30,000 communities in the USA. As far as future plans, I recently joined Bolton & Menck, a consulting firm here in the Midwest and in the US. I'm also been involved with a nonprofit organization, the Iowa Stormwater Education Partnership in Des Moines. And my favorite memory at Iowa State University, I think that is basically making really good friends. So Dr. Luana is here and Dr. Yuderka. So thank you so much.
Parshva Patel with a PhD in civil engineering with Dr. Roy Sturgill.
Hi, everyone. I would like to congratulate Dr. Roy Sturgill for providing a wonderful opportunity on collecting and visualizing the utility as-built data and assessing the value associated with 2D drawings, 3D models, BIM. The favorite memory here is taking parts in the intramurals, exploring all the events in the Ames and the Iowa State University, and the future plan is to continue working in the same realm of underground utility.
Divine Agbobli with a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Dr. Yunjung Mo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Divine Agbobli. I'm getting my master's in civil engineering. My favorite memory in Iowa State is just going out, hanging out with friends at night to play games. And I'm still continuing my PhD program with my research on using virtual reality technologies for education for behavior change. So I'm still here.
So that's the new record, 17 seconds. All right. Fauzia Faria Anan with a master's in civil engineering with Dr. Omar Smadi.
Hi, everyone. My research was with bus stop infrastructure. I was working with how the distance between the bus stop and the crossroads is impacting the passenger safety. So all the support, thank you so much for all the support to my major professor, Dr. Omar Smadi. Actually, I have a short speech with me. I have always been a dreamer since my childhood. My dream has always been to fly with no boundaries, no chain, no baggage. Till the date, I have been flying. And the credit goes to my parents who have been cheering from the back as always. I think believing in yourself, believing in your dream is very, very important. And maybe it can take time, but trust me, the journey of this chasing is amazing. So keep dreaming, guys. Thank you so much and congratulations.
I didn't have to do anything there. That was good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Masa Belal Zadek Ajine Ketab with a master's in civil engineering with Dr. Jeremy Ashlock.
Hello, everyone. I got my second Master of Science here in ISU under the supervision of Dr. Jeremy Ashlock. And our research was about the optimization of materials for granular surface road in Iowa, which is funded from Iowa DOT, and it is a collaborative project with Michigan State University. And my plan is, so I'll be back here after 2 years because I'm going to continue my PhD with Dr. Ashlock. And my favorite memory is changing my major professor because I believe that I am more successful with my professor.
Miguel Diaz Garcia with a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Dr. Antonio Arenas.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy to be here talking today. My major professor was Antonio Arenas. I'm so grateful with him for giving me the opportunity to be in here. Our research was focusing hydrological data analysis to do water availability assessment and to assess water budget for the United States. The most greatest memory that I have here is meeting amazing people here, all my friends from several countries. That's such a wonderful experience. The next step here is continue with my PhD, work in parallel with a consultancy company, Bolton and Meg, and I hope to grow a lot as professional. And I'm deeply grateful with my parents, my sister, my partner. Without them, this couldn't be possible, and I love all of them. This is also for you. Thank you.
Eric Drall with a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Dr. Jay Shen.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Drawley. I just completed my Master of Engineering. So coursework only. I'll be going into bridge design and with the H&TB company in Des Moines. So some relevant classes were pre-stressed concrete and bridge design. And then some of my favorite memories here were being the president of the American Society of Civil Engineers and all the great friends I made along the way.
We have Veronica Cuna with a Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with Dr. Yuderka Trinidad.
So my engineering master's involved geotechnical engineering, which deals with foundations and soils and rocks. So I'm gonna continue with that since I'll be working in Des Moines with Terracon as a geotechnical engineer. And so my favorite memories involved anything that involved food and anything that involved people who were kind. So the ISSO office was one of my favorite memories when I had an issue. Our department, we have Don Miller and Kathy, and my major professor, Dr. Trinidad, and then all the events that involved free food. Thank you.
Next, we have Siraj Kunaina with a PhD in civil engineering with Dr. Kajin Wang.
Hello, everyone. My name is Siraj Al-Qahtani. I'm from Saudi Arabia, and my advisor is KG Wang. Actually, I want to thank my advisor from my heart, and thanks my family. They are coming, and thanks my family in Saudi Arabia. And my work actually was enhancing foam concrete with low carbon cement and solid waste, and using artificial intelligence and synthetic data. And my best memory, I start my PhD with 2 kids, and right now I have 4 kids. You know, PhD with kids. You know, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's really tough.
So you have Jeremiah Adebi with a PhD in civil engineering with Dr. Roy Sturgill.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah Adebi. I'm from Nigeria, and my professor was Dr. Roy Sturgill. The research was on improving and assessing underground utilities before construction. And I'm going forward, or I'm working now with Kiwit Corporation as a utility engineer there. My favorite memories from my research was first being involved with my church activities and my fellowship, and also hanging out with my professors and the free tickets to conferences in different states to present my research. I just want to thank my friends and my family for their support, and congratulations to everyone also. Thank you.
Thank you. Could I have the graduates of electrical and computer engineering to start lining up here? And I'd like to invite Dr. Jay Kim to the stage. Okay, I've been instructed to tell the electrical and computer engineering department graduates, you walk off stage that way, because Tony Moore is waiting to whack you with something. Yeah. All right, good. All right. We'll get started with Yanda Jiang with a PhD in electrical engineering under the advisement of Dr. Jim McCauley.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yan Jiang. I got my PhD degree from the power system in electrical engineering. My research focus is to identify the optimal long-term investment given multiple future scenarios. We reduce network from a large system to a smaller one. Then we run expansion planning on this smaller network. And finally, we translate the results back to the full system. We try to find a way to use the optimal investment to achieve a very reliable and very environment-friendly long-term for the power system. My favorite memory here is I am very honored to meet many very knowledgeable and very righteous professors, like Dr. McCauley. I learned expansion planning from him, and like Dr. Hugo, I learned power electronics from him, and Dr. Dobson's reliability course, and Dr. Ajarpo's distribution course. So all of them are very great. And I also want to say thanks to Vicky. Yeah. She's a very, very righteous, very, very elegant lady. She gave me great support when I was in difficulty. And finally, I also want to say thanks to my mom. She devoted her entire life to me, to raise me up. And right now, she's looking at me from heaven very proudly. Thanks.
Next, we have Abad Nazar with a PhD in computer engineering with Dr. Daji Chow.
Hi, everyone. My research is involving using generative artificial intelligence with visual sensors like cameras and radars. And I'm using those to help computers understand and explain what they are seeing within a network perspective. My favorite memory here at Iowa State is kind of an ongoing memory, and it's seeing the support of my friends and family, friends that I met here and I'm continuing to experience my life with, and then the family who are right here as well as online. And I'm currently in the job market, so if you have a job, call me. Thank you.
So Shaurya Purohit with a PhD in computer engineering with Dr. Manimaran Govindraj.
Hi everyone, my name is Shaurya Purohit. I'm graduating with a PhD in computer engineering. My research focuses on anomaly intrusion detection systems for cyber-physical systems. So basically I try to create some algorithms to protect our cyber-physical systems like EV charging and autonomous vehicles. My favorite memory is showcasing my research work to federal agencies and some national labs and seeing that our work is actually resonating beyond our labs. And I would really like to thank my major professor, Dr. Manimaran, who is sitting there, for his support throughout my work. So I can't thank you much enough. And my parents who are here from India, Mom, Dad, I don't think this PhD would have been possible without you guys. It's as much as mine, as much as yours. So thank you.
So we have Ravi Kumar Selvam with a PhD in computer engineering with Dr. Akhilesh Tyagi. Alrighty, we'll go ahead with Sauradeep Bhattacharya with a master's in computer engineering with Dr. Manimaran Govindraj.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sauradeep. And so the area of my research for my master's was cybersecurity for agricultural machinery. So where I tried to use machine learning-based algorithms to develop solutions to detect cyber attacks and try to identify those so that we can protect our machinery equipments. So the best memory at Iowa State would definitely be the entire experience that I had related to research, working as a TA, working under my advisor, and with all my colleagues and peers. So it was a great learning experience. And I'll be continuing into my PhD. So hopefully I'll be able to give this talk again next year. Thank you so much.
Brandon Cortez with a Master of Engineering in Cybersecurity with Dr. Doug Jacobson.
Hello, I was a master's student, now I guess I'm just a guy. But I am currently working at Collins Aerospace as a systems engineer, and I'm hoping to transition into a cyber engineer. Thanks to my parents for being here and the rest of my family for being on the webcast. I think favorite memory is probably all the way back to my first cybersecurity class, Intro to Network with Doug Jacobson. First class ever where I'm like, this guy wrote the book. It feels like a book club. I'm actually kind of sad the semester's ending. Then the year ended, and I was like, are we done? Are we not going to talk about books anymore? What's going on? Anyway, thank you.
Matthew Crabb with a Master's in Electrical Engineering with Dr. Jaegang Chen.
So my work revolved around designing and validating methods and circuits for building better systems for interfacing digital components to the real world. It's hard to explain. But yeah, a good memory from my master's has been getting to teach students circuit design as a TA And then my son was born this semester, so all the craziness that came along with that and getting to play with him and show him the world. And then my future plans are to join Skyworks Solutions to design circuits for cell phones. And I would like to thank Dr. Chen, Dr. Geiger, Dr. Neihart, Dr. Huang, and then my parents and family and my wife. So thank you.
Raksha Ravindra Deshpande with a master's in cybersecurity with Dr. Joe Zambrino. So if you did cybersecurity, you're part of this department. So
Good evening, everybody. I'm Raksha Ravindra Deshpande, and I'm a master's student in cybersecurity, and I'm a non-thesis student. So first, I would like to thank my parents who given me this opportunity to be here and live my dream. And post my master's, I'm in the job market trying to see opportunities. And my favorite ISU memory is meeting my roommate and making a lot of friends. And it was a roller coaster of joy, and yes, and also is the Northern Lights, which I got an opportunity to experience in my university. So thank you.
Samuel Hykens with a master in electrical engineering with Dr. Daegang Chen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel Hykens. My research has been on temperature sensors for thermal management. These ultra-small temperature sensors are placed in chips in order to measure the temperature on chip. And when the chip becomes too hot, thermal cooling technologies like fans are activated in order to reduce the on-chip temperature. And after graduation, I'll be working for Texas Instruments in Tucson, Arizona. I'll be an analog design engineer in the Precision Analog to Digital Converter group. One memory from Iowa State is when I was in my analog design circuit course, I placed a resistor in the feedback network of the op amp in order to improve the stability of the op amp. So I know we were supposed to keep it in layman's terms, but sorry. But yes, we canceled the pull of the op amp, so moving into the left half plane.
Adnan Hossein Khan with a master's in electrical engineering with Dr. Liang Dong.
Hi. My research has been focused on semiconductor-based thermal management system to efficiently extract the heat from the device. And my future plan is to continue my PhD. And about the memory, watching the Northern Light in person last year, it was one of my favorite memory. Yeah, thank you.
Ata Melford with a master's in cybersecurity with Dr. Alex Tuckness. Okay. Daya Sagar Nirola with a Master of Engineering with Electrical Engineering with Dr. Jaeyoon Kim.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am graduating with master's degree in electrical and computer engineering. So my major courses were related to resilience and reliability of power systems, and basically focusing on the power system area. My experience in Iowa State was very great. And I also did the teaching assistant and research assistantship position. And I'm very grateful to especially Vicky and Tony for assisting me a lot to complete my degree and come to this position. And the blossoming of flowers and everything, and the cool weather of Ames was a very interesting experience for me. Thank you.
Jeremy Nosen with a Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering with Dr. J.K.
Hello, everyone. So I did a coursework only degree. I chose to take courses revolving around embedded systems. One of the courses I took had us dealing with like programming drones to like self-stabilize and whatever. So after this, I plan to move back home and seek employment back in the Chicagoland area. And then one of my favorite memories, so during my time here, both undergrad and graduate, I was part of the marching band. So just this past winter, being able to go to the Pop-Tart Bowl and finally winning an away game was just a great experience.
Juno Robertson with a master's in computer engineering with Dr. Joe Zambrino.
Hi, everybody. I'm Juno. I'm really honored to be here. This is probably the smartest room I've ever been in my life. My research was I worked with Joe Zambrino and Dr. Diane Rover on new methods to teach embedded systems to novices. This was a qualitative study and focused about equally on the technical side as it did on the educational side. And this research was featured at an IEEE conference, which I regrettably didn't get to go to, but still a great honor. I have been working for the past 10 months for Saffron Federal Systems in Ankeny, working as a C++ software engineer on their GNSS simulation products. I think my favorite memory, a lot of other people have said this, but my favorite memory was being a teaching assistant for Computer E288, Intro to Embedded Systems. Every now and then I still run into one of my students that I had back then, and they always go out of their way to thank me for the help that I gave them when I was doing that. It felt like I really made a difference, so I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you.
Rebecca Sultana with a master's in electrical engineering with Dr. Jiming Song.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My research is focused on electromagnetic, microwave, and non-destructive evaluation, where I use eddy current technique, which is a low-frequency electromagnetic phenomena for defect characterization detections for composite metallics and ferromagnetic materials, or like what kind of materials detections, that kind of. So so I am going to actually research is exhausting, but it is fun and exciting as well. So I'm going to continue as a PhD student in the same department with same professor. And about the best memories about the school, I think I can say all the times that classes got cancelled and exam got postponed because of the Midwestern weather. But no, I am actually kidding. I will always picturize AIMS and ISU campus as a chaos-free, calm, quiet, and serene place. Thank you. Thank you all.
John Wagner with a master's in computer engineering with Dr. Santosh Pandey.
Hello. My research was in using AI to detect mobility issues in dairy cows. After graduation, I am looking to use my research to start a business with it. My favorite memory was reviving the book club because it nearly died over COVID.
Trent Walraven with a master's in cybersecurity with Dr. Julie Roche.
I'm Trent Walraven, and I'm with my doctor. My professor is Julie Rush, and I'd like to thank my family and Vicky also for being incredible. My future plans include working at John Deere in embedded security, and one of my favorite memories has to be stumbling into vulnerabilities in the City of Ames Power and Iowa State while doing homework.
Thomas Yun with a master's in electrical engineering with Dr. Daegang Chen.
Hello, my name is Thomas Yohn, and for my research, I was working on machine learning models and actually designing one in order to test aging in transistors themselves. So instead of having long, complex simulations to test all this aging and tiny little differences, it'll actually be able to just plug in some easy to scan values and make it everyone's life easier overall and help to get long-lasting stuff. For my favorite memory, it would probably be all of my friends being able to drop literally everything at any moment and having the sixth sense to know exactly when I'm planning on working on either my research project or studying or doing whatever, and me having a 50-50 chance of dropping what I'm doing and going to hang out with them, because of course. Thank you so much.
We have Joseph Zuber with a master's in computer engineering with Dr. Goche Trevesky.
So my research was on machine learning model aggregation. What that basically amounts to is taking a bunch of AI models and pieces of AI models and mashing them together until you get something better. Some favorite memories I've had were traveling to conferences and meeting other grad students and people at those conferences, interesting people from all around the world. And also teaching recitation for discrete math. Just felt like the impact that you had as an instructor was huge, and I loved that. For future plans, in 2 weeks, I'll be heading to Europe, and I won't be coming back until the very end of summer.
Thank you. We have 3 more departments to go. So next, if I could ask the graduates of Industrial Manufacturing Systems Engineering, Engineering Management to come and line up here. And I'd like to invite Dr. Gary Murka. Next, if I could just, to move things along after this, if I could have the graduates of the Mechanical Engineering Department start lining up here as well, please. Thank you. Okay. First, we have Sayara with a PhD in Industrial Engineering with Dr. Ching Li and Guiping Hu.
Sayara. I got my PhD in industrial engineering, and my research topic is we're basically trying to build some tools that can help farmers to make decisions. So for that, we were using machine learning and optimization techniques so that the data that we have, we can use them and help them making any decisions. Let's say when they should do the planting, or like what kind of hybrid they should be selecting depending on the weather, like what weather has an impact on the crop yield. So these were the things that I did. Thinking about the best memory that I have, I think there are 2 things. I had a conference last year in Montreal from Iowa State. That was great. And also when we have exams coming on and reading in the library, like the group study, that's something great. And I want to thank my parents for being here and being really supportive, and my husband for always being there. Thank you, everyone. And it's great to be a cyclone.
Rachel Yedu, the Master of Engineering Management with Dr. Gary Murka.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations to all students, parents, friends, and professors. And my program is just course-only work, but each course I took was its own unique research project. And after my graduation, I'll be continuing as a technical product manager for VAPI. It's a sensor manufacturing company based in Gates Mills, Wisconsin. And there's so many favorite memories here in ISU. ISU definitely changed me as a person. I was not the same person as I was before joining. Better person, definitely. And I think if I have to point out one that was way before even the semester classes even started, come from India, never experienced snow, had to come in just after a blizzard, and so there was snow everywhere. I was navigating all by myself, but there was always people helping me out at every step, inside the campus, outside the campus. I think I've learned to be a kind of person, meeting everybody here. Thank you.
Michael Ginter with the Master of Industrial Engineering with Dr. Matt Frank.
Good evening. The focus of my research is in big area additive manufacturing and improving the bond between layers. So basically large-scale 3D printing in English. So, and then I also did some work on automation solutions for the steel casting industry. My favorite ISU memory would just have to be all of the friends that I made, and then also getting to travel to some different academic conferences. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, if you could, I'd like to invite Dr. Pranav Kshatriya to come to the stage. Start with Mohammed Abdel Dayem with a PhD in mechanical engineering with Dr. Mehari Tekest and Dr. Mark Wright.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. My name is Mohammed Abdel Dayem. I'm a PhD student, like my defense like at the end of the month. So I'm planning to graduate this summer. So my research is about developing physics-based soil models, supporting digital twin for earth-moving applications. Those are my kids, I'm sorry. There is another one on the back. Okay. So I will go for the, I would like to thank Iowa State for everything. I would like to thank my government supporting my program here at Iowa State, the Egyptian government. I'd like to thank my professor, Dr. Mehari Tekesti, Dr. Mark also from ME. I'd like to thank my wife, my hero, she's in the back, my kids, Ed, Em, and Arij. And thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Kaukab Hassan with a PhD in mechanical engineering with Dr. Pranav Kshatriya and Todd Kingston.
Hello, everyone. Happy to see you, everyone here. My name is Kaukab Hassan. I have done my PhD in last fall. My professors are Dr. Pranav Kshatriya and also Dr. Todd Kingston. So I have been working with real-time biothreat capture and sensing for biodefense purposes, and we did a lot of experiments, computational fluid dynamics, and also molecular dynamic simulation to reach our goal. And currently, I am working as a module development engineer at Intel Corporation. And my favorite memory would be to the birth of my second child in the final year. And it was a tough time, and I really appreciate the support that I got from my advisors and also the university and the department. Thank you, everyone.
Farhan Haidari with a master's in mechanical engineering with Dr. Mark Wright.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Farhan. Almost feels like I'm at the Oscars or the Golden Globes. Almost. Always dreamed of having an award and making a speech. So definitely feels good. So my research was evaluating the cost and environmental impacts of producing fuels like hydrogen from renewable sources such as biomass. And I'd like to thank God, that is my major professor, Dr. Mark Wright, my thesis committee, my parents, Dr. Shortke as well. He was very helpful as the Doge, and of course my wife. And favorite memory would be, the working as a TA and also working with the different organizations. Thank you.
Sultan Ulifa today with a Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with Dr. Shanglan Bai.
Hi, my name is Sultan, and I'm completing my Masters of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. And the courses I have taken has kind of helped to shape my knowledge for my research. And I will be continuing my PhD in Mechanical Engineering, where my research focuses on developing non-thermal plasma-based sustainable technologies to combat two global challenges. One is waste plastic and one is greenhouse gases, to convert them into valuable fuels and chemicals. And as of memory, I would say my major professor, because she has been a very good mental support for me as well as advising for the research. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Muhammad Kaviul Islam with a master's in mechanical engineering with Dr. Pranam Shotria.
Hello, everyone. My research focuses on utilizing the electronic waste to transform into conductive carbon allotropes by using laser treatment process. In my master's degree, I developed a novel method to make graphitic material out of the printed circuit board waste material. I like to special thank to my professor, Professor Shotria and Dr. Ikena, as well as my mother and my wife. For future plan, I'm not going anywhere. I am continuing my PhD. Yeah, thank you.
Vishal Mahe with a master's in mechanical engineering with Dr. Saugata Roy.
My name is Vishal. I am graduating with Masters of Science in Mechanical Engineering under the supervision of Dr. Saugata Roy. My research is focused on advanced manufacturing of stainless steel using two different metal 3D printing processes. I studied how each of the process affect the properties of steel and how to control them to produce stronger and reliable component for marine and offshore applications. Talking about my favorite memory, it is to work for extracurriculars in graphic designing and website development for part-time job. And I'm really grateful to my supervisor, Dr. Saugata Roy, Dr. Shotria, and my friends for their support and guidance in my master's. Thank you.
Mihir Roja with a master's in mechanical engineering with Dr. Carrie Pint and Todd Kingston.
I'd like to start by thanking my major professors, Professor Todd Kingston and Professor Carrie Pint. And obviously, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me throughout, my family back in India and my family here. My research was based on understanding the mechanical effects in sodium metal battery systems. Now, favorite memories, I'd like to point out two. One, when I got a chance to go out of Ames to Hawaii for a conference. Thank you, Dr. Kingston, again for sponsoring that. And the second one is actually underway because I was a COVID batch graduate, so I did not get a commencement ceremony. So this is my first time getting a commencement ceremony, and I had to take an extra degree for that. And yeah, and I'm continuing my PhD still here under Professor Kingston, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys next year here again. Thank you.
Jonathan Schroeder with a master's in mechanical engineering with Dr. Nicole Hashemi.
Afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Schroeder. Have a master's of science in mechanical engineering. I'd like to thank my wife and son and my major advisor, Dr. Hashimi. My research was on the simulation of hollow microfibers. And microfibers, they're small, about the size, half a diameter of a paperclip. So I used a computer program to simulate them to save resources and time. These fibers will be used for medical research. And favorite moment is the birth of my son. And I will continue working at Wandeling Engineering.
Nkechi Miriam Wagoraku with the Master of Engineering Mechanical Engineering with Dr. Mark Wright. Here. Okay, thank you. If I could ask the graduates of Material Science and Engineering to line up here, and I'd like to invite Dr. Patrick Johnson to stage. Great. Okay, so we'll start with Tyler Kirsch with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering with Dr. Shan Jiang.
Hey, I'm Tyler. I'm actually graduating in 2 months, so a bit early. But my research is in developing materials for printed electronics. So the same way you print inks on paper, we're making inks for printing circuits. And we're actually collaborating with NASA on this project to bring the technology to the ISS so they can print devices in space. And I've even gotten to take part in flying in some zero gravity flight tests for this. When I graduate, I'm going to go up to Minnesota and work in St. Paul at a company called Optimec that also does printed electronics. And I also did my undergraduate here at Iowa State, so I've been here for about 9 years now. And I'd say my favorite memory was the 6 times I participated in Kaleidoquiz, which is a 26-hour-long crazy radio trivia competition hosted by the campus radio station. So that's been a lot of fun.
Jacob Wheaton with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering with Dr. Steve Martin.
Hi, I did research on developing glassy solid electrolytes, where essentially I was trying to replace the organic liquid electrolyte that's very flammable inside of lithium-ion batteries with a very thin glassy material. And I'd like to thank my professor, Steve Martin, for helping me with a lot of that research. My favorite memory was meeting my wife here and then dragging her along to some of the conferences that I went to and other things, taking her to France and also to Hawaii while also doing some work and having some fun. And then after graduation, I will be starting a position as an assistant professor at Coe College in Cedar Rapids. So thank you.
Olajesu Olen Rawaju with a Master of Engineering in Material Science and Engineering with Dr. Sid Pathak.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I have a short speech written here, so I'll just go ahead and read it. So, good day, everyone. It's a true honor to stand before you today as a graduate of the Department of Material Science and Engineering at Iowa State. I'm deeply grateful to Professor Sid Pathak for his outstanding mentorship, and also to my lab members who have been a source of insight, and also for their support and memories of laughter and having fun. That I'm very grateful for that. I also want to thank my wife, Abiki Ade, and my son, Samuel. Your love and sacrifices gave me strength. And my siblings and parents in Nigeria, I am very happy to make you proud in this moment. Also, in this journey, I've been opportune to get some amazing awards, including the TMS Best Paper Award. I got the 2nd position for that, and also our departmental Wim Bessler Award. I'm also very excited to continue on this PhD journey on a funded program, which is an NSF DEMRE funded program, where I'll be studying grain boundary regions in polycrystalline tantalum for aerospace applications. So this is a collaborative research with other faculty members in the universities across the United States. Thank you very much.
If I have not called your name and you did you checked in after a certain amount of time, I would not have called your name. So if you're here and you're graduating, I'd like to invite you here, please. Any graduate here whose name I have not called out? If not, everyone, please join me in congratulating all our graduates one more time. We also have several members of our faculty and staff here. If I could ask all of you who are faculty and staff to please rise and be recognized. Thank you. And finally, graduates, all of you have thanked a lot of people who have brought you to this point in life. If you could please rise and thank your friends and family here and those who are watching for helping you along with this journey. Please join me in thanking them. Well, congratulations again. That brings us to the close of the evening's festivities. There's still food in the next room. Please enjoy, mingle, take your time. But those of you, again, master's student, have to assemble at this level. And PhD, I keep on saying student, sorry. Master grantees are here, and PhD will go one level down. And have fun at commencement. Congratulations to all of you, and go Cyclones. Thank you.